we have Kamaru Usman, who is minus 290. That's a big favorite, man. That is a big favorite. Versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal is plus 245. That is a big underdog. That is a big underdog. Kamaru Usman, leading into the Burns fight, this is supposed to be against Gilbert Burns, who's going to, if Gilbert Burns would have fought this and won this fight, he's just the star of the quarantine. He just wins because they'll be 3-0, ending with a championship during the quarantine. So kudos to him. He was in the last event in Brazil before everything went too crazy when they had no fans, and then he beat Woodley, and this would have just capped it all off. But, he tests positive. I guess you could only push it for so much. And leading into that, I'm not sure if it's because of that or he was already planning on that, but Usman has switched over to training at Elevation Fight Team, which is great. It is a great camp, and if you want to get more disciplined and flowing with your striking and integrate it into your game more, that is a fantastic place to be. It is a fantastic place to be, which I guess makes sense against Gilbert Burns. But in my opinion, it is not a good place to go if you're going to face Jorge Masvidal, because you're getting your striking better. That's fantastic. In one fight camp, you are not going to shorten up your boxing in a way that's going to be able to beat Jorge Masvidal. And no, I'm not going into this like, man, Jorge Masvidal should be a minus 300 favorite. No, I'm not dumb. Okay, he shouldn't be a minus 300 favorite. What I'm saying is he's being disrespected at plus 245. He has great get-up game. He has great takedown defense. I'm not saying he won't get taken out. Usman's probably going to take him down. I'm not saying he's not. And Usman has some serious output for him. Like that Usman versus Covington fight was crazy given the output. But Jorge can slip punches, man. He can slip punches. He can counter. He hits hard. He's become much more of a finisher now. I don't know, man. It's like Jorge Masvidal is like this would be the old, given that as our storyline for this entire fight card of fairy tales. This would be the ultimate fairy tale and cap off of Jorge Masvidal. That now at 35, he finally gets his first title fight after having just a ridiculous last 18 months and pulls it off. And you know what? I think he's got a chance. But Mike, I'm gonna toss it to you because I know you have more on Gamebred, and you were the one that first brought this fight up.
Yeah, man, this is going to be a hell of a championship fight, and the fight that I really wanted to see be made before the Burns one. I love me some Gilbert Burns, so no disrespect there. He definitely deserves his title shot, and he will get it soon. But George Gamebred Masvidal has been in the MMA picture ever since. I mean, I've been hearing about him since, I was a young boy watching my brother fight on the amateur scene as a young man. So I love Gamebred. I love his attitude. I love his experience. I love the fact that he'll fight you on the street and he'll fight you in the cage. And if you disrespect him or his family, I mean, you're going to be in some serious trouble. Usman is a well-rounded, great mixed martial artist. He's a great wrestler. He's amazing, great champion in that sense. But he's really not that guy. He's not that guy that you'd want in an alley. Like I always like to reference, if I had to choose between George Gamebred Masvidal to have my back and have Usman down an alley, on a dark night, I would pick Masvidal every single time because I know he's not going to hesitate or flinch when needed, and so that's why I'm not hesitating or flinching when Masvidal needs us to throw down that one unit for him. The odds are way too disrespectful, and there's just no way that I could let that disrespect go on with the caliber fighter that George Masvidal is. His takedown defense is amazing. He's fought some of the best fighters in the world. He used to be really good friends with Colby Covington, who has sharpened up his wrestling all the years before they separated as friends. And now he even trains, so closely with Dustin Diamond Poirier, who just fought last week and won our bet for us. They were main training partners together for that camp. So George Masvidal has been sharp as a razor and just ready to go, waiting for his chance, almost like he knew it was coming. And so we're going to be throwing down that one unit on George Masvidal. What are the odds right now, Bob? Plus 245. And so we're throwing down the one unit to win 2.45 units on George Gamebred Masvidal to shock the world and show him what Gamebred is all about.
If you like this clip, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Let's roll.